Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Western New York. Ty Johnson now to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, a former first-round pick. He's an expert, Brock, in overcoming adversity to take at NFL fields. Here's Teddy Bridgewater.
It's no secret that the number one thing a QB's got to do is lead. I love general managers and coaches and talking to them about quarterbacks. And one of my favorite lines was from Seahawks GM John Schneider that says, I want a quarterback to walk in the room and change the temperature of it. Well, I want to see this quarterback today walk into that huddle, change the temperature of it, and get his guys to follow.
Straight to the air they go. Completed to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Bridgewater looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure. Every guy that's drafted can make every throw. But how special are those throws? How much accuracy? How much zip? When it comes to Spencer Rattler, dude's got a live arm. It isn't the arm or the skill set that saw him fall to the 5th round. It was some of the ups and downs in college. And when given a chance and the right supporting cast, he does have elite arm talent. I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They pick up 14 yards on that one. that's good for a Saints first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Rattler now off the play action. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Now Rattler on the play fake. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. You come in as a significant underdog, Brocky, in somebody else's building. You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really given themselves a fighting chance. Now they just got to do it consistently.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
All my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our instances. We're healing with ways that don't last too long. You'll have the time and it obvious. You'll help with
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Running back sent in motion. Here's Bridgewater to the air. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They go play action on first down. He can run it. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Chase Young bringing him down there.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. To throw, here's Bridgewater. He calls his own number again.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Bridgewater to throw it. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bills have a first down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Bridgewater now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
They've got a man in motion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Able to find Moss here. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. By the pylon. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. Things going well so far. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Another run for Kamara. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On third down, here's Rattler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. Fourth down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
We've set it down from 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Another carry for him. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
This time it's a passing play. He takes it himself. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Alontae Taylor making the stop. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On first down, they'll run. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. Throws caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Design quarterback run here. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Miller on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Rattler. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, Rattler. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 43. Rattler to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
We've set it downs from 37. Here's Rattler, first and 10. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Miller on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. You've set it downs for him from the 31. Kamara now on first and 10. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Kamara gets it off the option. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. He takes off with it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And motion him out of the backfield left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Give on the counter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Bridgewater looking to throw. Complete to Coleman out left. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
The Bills with a punt team out there. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Saints send running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Rattler. Finds a man underneath. It's Kamara. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to run for it, Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Rattler back to throw. And caught by his back, Kamara. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Now Rattler on the play fake. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. In motion right is Cooks. 3rd down from the gun. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They're going play action. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Completed to his running back. And this one does not go far.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
They'll work against the blitz. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
It's his running back. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Motioning left is their running back. On 3rd down, here's Rattler. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on 1st down. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Pistol snap to Rattler. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Catch made by Cooks. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Rattler trying to get on 2nd. The catch is made near the edge. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. This will give to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints now trail by just a point in the 4th. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson now on the return. He dodged the tackle. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now he's got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. They'll run here on 1st down. And he rips off 8 yards on the final play before our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills with a little more work to do to win it here. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They'll look to throw it. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. It's on target to Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Now, this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And they take this in for the score. The Bills jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of him.
He's him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Shotgun snap to Rattler. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Rattler to the air now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one won't be caught. Well, we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. One final shot here. He does get to him. He's brought down. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.